சப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து லைட்டா தான் படிக்கும். சரி, லைன் டேபிள் என்ன பர்பஸ் சார்? அது மட்டும் சொல்லுங்க. அந்த சைடுல இருக்கிற அப்ராக்ஸிமேட் அக்யூரேட்டா வராது. அக்யூரேட்டா வராது. லைன் டேபிள் வந்து ஓகே, லைன் டேபிள் அடுத்து வந்து லெவலிங் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன். லைன் டேபிள் எழுதி இதெல்லாம் ஜிபிடிஎஸ்ல இது வராது. இது வர இதெல்லாம் தெரிஞ்சா டிஜிபிஎஸ் எதுக்கு
Sir, my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, visible, sir.
Is visible, sir? So first slide is visible.
Yes, sir, visible, sir.
Okay, sir. Right, thank you.
Yes. Good evening, one and all present here. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. A. Murugesan, sir, Professor and HOD Mechanical, K.S. Rangasamy College of Technology, our beloved Honorary Secretary, Dr. C. Dhavani ma'am, Dr. Kumarvel sir, esteemed members of IEI Local Center, organizing team, participants, students, Mr. Thiagu and friends. I extend a warm welcome to each one of you on behalf of the Institution of Engineers India, Salem Local Center, as we commemorate the 30th anniversary of our esteemed institute. As part of our 30th anniversary celebrations, we are delighted to present Engineers Talk, a weekly online lecture series. Our today's webinar is again the 29th in the series. Will again feature Dr. A. Murugesan sir, Professor and HOD Mechanical, K.S. Rangasamy College of Technology, as the chief guest and the keynote speaker. Today's session, renewable low emission fuel for diesel engines, will be led by Dr. A. Murugesan sir. I encourage everyone to actively engage with our esteemed speaker, pose your questions and delve into the captivating realm of renewable energy for diesel engines. Renewable low emission fuel for diesel engines encapsulates a spectrum of critical aspects within the domain, including sustainable fuel sources like biodiesel and renewable diesel, advancements in engine technology for emission reduction, challenges in adoption and implementation, and the potential for mitigating environmental impact while ensuring energy security and economic sustainability. These elements collectively define the dynamic landscape of renewable energy solutions for diesel engines, shaping its trajectory and impact across various sectors. Without further delay, let us extend a warm welcome to Dr. A. Murugesan sir. Once again, I express my heartfelt gratitude to all our distinguished guests, speakers, and attendees for gracing us with your presence and contributing to the success of this event. Let us collectively reaffirm our dedication to excellence, innovation, and sustainability as we embark on the journey of progress and prosperity. Thank you all. Sir, now the floor is yours, sir.
Sir, thank you, sir. My voice is audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Slide is visible, sir? First slide?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I first of all thank the Institution of Engineer India, Salem Local Center, is providing us a very great opportunity for us, sharing my experience related to low emission alternative fuel for diesel engine. In this junction, I wholeheartedly thank my Guru, Dr. A. Kumarvel, Dean Administration, K.S. Rangasamy College of Technology, and Committee Member of Institution of Engineer, Salem Local Center, Dr. R. Satish Kumar, Engineer K.S. Selvam, Engineer N. Armugam, Committee Member of Institution of Engineers, Salem Local Center, and extend my thanks to Dr. C. Dhavamani Madam, Honorable Secretary and Dr. K. Tangaraj, Chairman of Institution of Engineers, Salem Local Center. My thanks extended to my Chairman, ASR Group of Institution, Mr. R. Srinivasan, and our Principal of K.S. Rangasamy College of Technology, Dr. R. Gopalakrishnan, is providing an opportunity and also permitting us to share our experiences in the Engineers Talk celebrations. So, thank you one and all. I start my presentation because time is going on. So, as you know very well, the top 10 problem in the world. There is a world is available, there is a problem is always exist. You have to categorize the problem. The first problem, energy. Problem number 2, environmental pollution, global warming and climatic changes. It is again continued. Water scarcity, food scarcity, poverty, terrorism and war, diseases, education, democracy and populations. As you know, within the top 10 problem, the first two problem is known as a energy and environmental pollution. The pollution is leads to global warming and also leads to the climatic change. So energy is a need of the day because India stands the first place in the world in terms of number of populations. This is a first 10 problem. First top 10 problem, energy and environmental pollution. So what are all the problem you are facing using the fossil fuel? The fuels are classified into three types: liquid fuel, gaseous fuel, and solid fuels. The most of the automobiles we are used for liquid fuels like diesel or petrol, or gaseous fuels are used for compressed natural gas, CNG, LPG. Some industries are used for coal. So these fuels are fossil fuel. What are the problems your India, not only India, all over the globe facing is known as a availability has become difficulty. So day to day increasing or changing the cost of the petroleum product.
ரங்கராஜ் சார் ஆடிபிளா இருக்கா?
சார் ஆடிபிள்
சார்
இருக்கு சார்.
ஆடிபிளா
ஓகே
இருக்காங்க சார்.
ஓகே ஓகே.
சார் ஆடிபிளா இருக்குங்களா?
இல்ல மேம், சார் இப்பதான் ஜாயின் ஆகுறாரு அகைன்.
ஓகே 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 ஓகேங்க சார், ஓகேங்க சார்.
Sir, screen is visible?
சார் நோ சார்.
நோ சார்.
Madam,
சார் ஸ்கிரீன் நாட் விசிபிள் சார்.
just a minute. Madam, visible now?
நோ சார், நாட் இட் விசிபிள் சார். சார் chairman sir, whether it is visible sir?
நோ மேம்.
No problem. App sharing the screen.
AM class ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ.
Just a minute.
Class ಇರ್ತಾರೆ.
Sir, just a minute, sir.
Seminar.
Sir, screen is visible?
No sir.
Audio. Just a minute. Madam, PPT is visible?
No sir.
Now, madam?
No sir.
Stop, sir. Just a minute, madam.
Okay sir.
On screen is visible?
No, sir. Not visible, I think.
The
Sir,
voice is
otherwise,
only.
no,
Sir?
otherwise you share your PPT to the mail so that
Ah.
they will open and you can talk.
Okay, sir. Best, just a minute, sir. Just a minute, sir. One second. PPT, WhatsApp. சார் உங்களுக்கு மெயில் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் சார் டீன் சார். சார் ஹலோ
Dr. Kumarvel, sir.
மெயில் பண்ணிட்டீங்களா?
மெயில் பண்ணிட்டேன் சார். உங்களை அப்படியே மெயில் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் சார். இப்பதான் பண்ணிக்கிறேன் சார்.
ஓகே.
சார் மெயில் வந்துருச்சுங்களா சார்? பிபிடி
மேடம் தவமணி மேடம்
சார் சொல்லுங்க சார்.
அந்த ஐஇ லோக்கல் சென்டருக்கு நான் மெயில் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன் பிபிடி. அவர்
ஓகேங்க சார். சார் தங்கராஜ் சார் தான் இப்போ இது பாத்துக்கிறாருங்க சார். சார் சேர்மன் சார்
மேம் எடுத்துறேன் மேம்.
எடுத்துறீங்களாங்க சார்? ஓகேங்க சார்.
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, shall I start, sir?
Please, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry for delay due to connectivity problem.
No problem, sir. No problem.
No problem, sir. Sir, just கொஞ்சம் மேல கொண்டு வாங்க சார். ஸ்கிரீன் ஃபுல் ஸ்கிரீன் கொடுங்க சார். F5 press. Okay, sir. Just a minute. So, as you know very well, the top 10 problem in the world: energy, environmental pollution, global warming, water scarcity, food scarcity, poverty, terrorism and war, diseases, education, democracy, population. Within the top 10 problem, the first two places is occupied by the energy and environmental pollution, because energy is a need of the day. So India stands the first place in the world in terms of number of populations. So next slide. Next slide, sir. Right. So what are the problems you are facing now using the fossil fuels? There is a 3 types of fuels are available in the market. One is known as a liquid fuel. Second one is known as a gaseous fuel. Third one is known as a solid fuels. So most of the automobile, they are used only for the liquid fuels. It includes the petrol as well as a diesel. Now, due to the conversion technology, Bharat 6 norms, they are operating with the dual fuel mode using the LPG or CNG as a fuel for the petrol engine. They are operating the petrol mode or gaseous mode. All the industries, they are used for the coal as a fuel for generation of energy. So these fuels are creating a lot of issues. First problem is known as a availability of the fossil fuel become difficulty. Day to day, the cost of the fuel is increases. Once the fuel is start for burning, it affecting for environmental pollution. where a person is start for inhaling the polluted air, they are affecting for the health. Then they are increasing the greenhouse effect gas emission because of carbon dioxide emission entering to the atmosphere. So due to the import of the fuel, you are increasing the loss of Indian economy. Once the fuel is start for burning, it is non-renewable. So these are all the problem we are faced using the fossil fuels. Next slide, sir. Next slide. Right. So the as I had discussed in this slide number 2, India is a first place in the world in terms of population. To mobilizing the population from one place to another places, we need for automobiles. The especially for heavy vehicles, they are operating on a diesel mode. 80 to 90%. Sir,
Yes, sir.
slide is not visible, sir.
சார் விசிபிளா தாங்க சார் இருக்கு.
பட் இங்க ஸ்கிரீன்ல தெரியலீங்களே மேடம்.
அப்படிங்களா?
விசிபிளா தான் இருக்கு.
விசிபிளா தான் இருக்கு. நீங்க ஸ்லைட் பண்ணுங்க சார். ஸ்கிரீனை ஸ்லைட் பண்ணி பாருங்க சார்.
ஸ்கிரீனிங்ல மேடம்.
ஆமாங்க சார். மொபைல்லனா ஸ்லைட் பண்ணுவோம். நீங்க சிஸ்டம்ல உட்கார்ந்திருந்தீங்கன்னா கரெக்டா தாங்க சார் இருக்கும். விசிபிளா தான் இருக்கு.
உங்களுக்கு விசிபிள் ஆகுதுங்களா மேடம்?
எங்களுக்கு விசிபிளா தாங்க சார் இருக்கு.
இருக்கு சார்.
அப்படிங்களா? Just a minute. மேடம் பிபிடி ஷோ பண்ணலீங்களா மேடம்?
ஆனா விசிபிளா தாங்க சார் இருக்கு. உங்களுக்கு விசிபிளா இல்ல
எனக்கு
நினைக்கிறேன்.
விசிபிளா இல்லைங்களா மேடம்?
சார் விசிபிளா
சர்மன் சார்.
இருக்கு சார்.
ஆமா, மத்தவங்களுக்கு சார் குமரவேல் சார் உங்களுக்கு விசிபிளா இருக்கா?
இருக்குங்க மேடம். சார் நீங்க இது மொபைல்ல பிரசன்ட் பண்ணுங்க. நீங்க அவரு தானே ஆபரேட் பண்றாரு. நீங்க மொபைல் வச்சு பண்ணுங்க.
இருங்க சார்.
நீங்க ஒரு தடவை மொபைல்ல கனெக்ட் பண்ணுங்க சார், சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி.
இல்லைங்க சார், இதுல நம்ம கன்வென்ஷனல் போயிருக்கு. சார் வாய்ஸ் ஆடிபிள் சார்?
ஆடிபிள் சார், ஆடிபிள் சார்.
இருங்க. Madam, just a minute. Madam, let us go for alternative fuels, madam. Slide.
Sir, Chairman sir, alternate fuels.
Ethanol and vegetable oils. So, SDGs are you madam? Because SDGs.
Sir.
Hello.
Sir, Chairman sir.
Which slide, sir? Next, sir.
அடுத்தது போங்க சார் பாப்போம்.
SDGs goals related to environmental. SDGs is alternative fuels.
Yes sir.
இதுதாங்க சார். correct.
Right. Next slide வாங்க. Alternative fuels.
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Okay. So there is a two alternative fuels, especially for liquid fuels. One is known as alcohols from ethanol. Another one is vegetable oil as a biodiesel. So the two alternative fuels does not affect the environment. There is a lot of questions. Whether the alternative fuels are affordable cost, available locally, increasing revenue for the nation, non-edible, renewable, or protect the environment, use of old as well as a new diesel engine. These are all the major questions we are having in your mind. We are using these alternative fuels. And the next slide. So, alcohols. India is a second place in the world in terms of production of the alcohols. Next to Brazil, huge amount of sugar cane produced from India. So from the sugar cane, we are producing the ethanol. The ethanol cost is come around 25 rupees per liter. The annual production capacity is 1.5 billion liters. We are planned for India for production of ethanol. So next slide. So the ethanol, you know very well, ethanol can be produced from the sugar cane by using the fermentation technology. We have a lot of process involved for conversion of ethanol from the sugar cane molasses and fermentation, distillation. Finally, we go for ethanol. Ethanol is a best fuel for petrol engine. They are possible for operating. Next slide. So, our Prime Minister Modi ji has introduced a E20, that is 20% of ethanol blended with the 80% of the diesel, so 80% of petrol for energy conservation. So India Energy Week celebration is conducted by the Bangalore on February month 6, 2023. The vision is known as a clear burning of petroleum fuel by using the 20% of ethanol blended with the petrol engine. Next slide. Our Tamil Nadu government is policy as for 2023 for blending of ethanol with the petrol engine to promote the green economy and investment hub for alternate cost-effective green fuel. It will improve the farmers' income, receive the sugar industries as an alternative investment worth of 5,000 crores in molasses and grain-based ethanol production capacity. So, our India Tamil Nadu government is also followed by the vision of the central government. Both are concentrated about for state government and central government is focused on green environment, green fuel technology, renewable fuel technology. So, application part. So, ethanol is one of the best fuel for petrol engine. There is demonstrated by the 40 years back from the senior professor from Professor T.R. Jagdishan from Anna University is explaining his features of the ethanol as a fuel for petrol engine. They are operating the petrol engine with the help of an ambassador. The 40 years back, the India is rolled by the two vehicles. One is known as a Fiat and another one is known as a Premier Batmini and ambassadors. The two vehicles are operated with the help of the ethanol as a fuel. Next slide. Then alternative fuel for diesel engine, that is biodiesel. So the biodiesel is one of the best alternative fuel for diesel engine. So biodiesel can be produced by the two methods. One is known as a edible oil, another one is a non-edible oil. So basic need for human is known as edible oil. So we are not touching the edible oil, that is known as a sunflower oil, coconut oil, peanut oil. Now we are concentrated about for non-edible oil. The non-edible oil used for production of biodiesel is a jatropha, pungemeya, neem, cotton seed oil, and as well as castor oil. Next slide. So the beginning of this meeting, during the introduction part, they are finding the viability and potential. Now we are going to talk about the renewable fuel technology. The pungemeya is one of the viable alternative seeds for production of biodiesel. So in Tamil Nadu alone, in the area of Krishnagiri and Dharmaburi district, all are in a forest area. Nearly 111,000 tons of oil seeds are available abundantly in the forest area. So this is a non-edible oil. Still now they are not find out the suitable application for converted into a useful product. So only 6% of the non-edible oil used for some other purposes. So in our motto, in our ambition to convert it into waste into wealth, or to converting the waste oil seeds converted into a fuel for a diesel engine. So as you know, the pungemeya oil is extracted with the help of a crusher. The crusher is available for the Tamil Nadu Forest Department. This photographic we taken from the Tamil Nadu Forest Department Biofuel Division. The crusher used for the crushing the oil seeds. Finally, we can get in oil. So raw pungemeya oil is extracted from the crusher. We can analyze this with the petrol, the diesel as well as the pungemeya oil. Initially, basic test is compared with the oil for high density, high viscosity, higher flash point and low calorific value. That is here, pungemeya oil having a high viscosity, high density, high flash point, low calorific value comparable to the conventional diesel engine. Yes, next slide. Next slide. So we have here in our mechanical department, we have a very good laboratory, especially for engine testing laboratory. We are testing the raw vegetable oil extracted from the pungemeya seeds, conducted in a test on a single cylinder diesel engine. So operated with the eddy current dynamometer, it is a completely computerized diesel engine. Kirloskar to analyzing the basic property of biodiesel, not biodiesel, raw oil extracted from the diesel engine, extracted from the oil seeds. Next slide. So we are operating the diesel engine with raw oil. There we are facing a problem. Due to the high viscosity of the oil, it cannot insufficient to mix with the diesel. It leads to incomplete combustion. Due to incomplete combustion, it can be producing a huge amount of smoke emissions. So it is a huge amount of smoke emission because of the poor volatility and automation of the fuel. This problem we are facing when raw oil used as a fuel for diesel engine. Apart from the, we are done for tear down analysis. The piston, top portion of the piston is deposited with the huge amount of carbon. And cylinder heads are also affected by the huge amount of carbon deposits. When we are using this raw oil as a fuel for a diesel engine, the diesel filter is also clogging due to the volatility, due to the high viscosity, high density of the fuel. So this problem can be eliminated to converting the raw oil into biodiesel using a technology is known as a transdistribution technology. Next slide. So the biodiesel production, so converting the raw oil into biodiesel by chemically modifying the biodiesel by using a process is known as a transesterification process. In transesterification process, setup is available for our laboratory. The huge amount of fat is present in the oil. This fat can injecting this injector, it completely blocking the injector. So to overcome these issues, you have to modify the oil chemically by using the transesterification process. In the transesterification process, using a ethanol as a solvent and KOH as a catalyst. So the reaction can be takes places within the period of 1.5 hours in a container. It can be heating the oil up to 65 degrees centigrade for a period of 1.5 hours, that is 90 minutes. So after this period, there is the oil can be passed through a conical flask or separating funnel. During the separating funnel, the higher glycerols are deposited at the bottom of the glycerol part. On the top layer is having a biodiesel. In the biodiesel having the huge amount of salt content, because during the transesterification process, we are used as a potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide using as a catalyst. The small amount of minute particles of the salt is dissolved in the biodiesel. So to go to remove the salt present in the oil, you are go for washing. The washing process is known as a bubble washing. During the bubble washing, the 3 to 4 times you are continuously wash the biodiesels. Over the period of time, the top layer is go for biodiesel and the bottom layer is come for water, because water having high density. You have to remove the water from the conical separating funnel. The top layer is converted into a biodiesels. So after removing the biodiesel from the separating funnel, it having a some amount of water molecules. You have to vaporize the water molecules, the heating the biofuels in a open container at a temperature of 110 degrees centigrade, maintain a period of 10 minutes. If water content present in the oil is completely evaporated, finally we can get the pure biodiesel. This is a process of converting the raw oil into biodiesel. Such a process is known as a transesterification process. So in this junction, I would like to say raw oil is not at all possible for using a fuel for diesel engine. The raw oil can be converted into biodiesel. Such a process is known as a transesterification process. The process of completely converting the oil in a transesterification process, we can get a fuel is known as a biodiesel. So during the biodiesel production, we need for methanol or ethanol as a solvent and potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide are a catalyst. This is a method of conversion of ordinary oil into biodiesel or method of production of biodiesels. Next slide. So after the conversion, we are start for comparison. So during the transesterification process, we are compared with the raw oil. After transesterification process, the density of the oil is reduced, then viscosity of the oil is also reduced, and the flash point of the oil is also reduced. So again, the slightly improve in the calorific value. So the row number 2 and 3 is related to the diesel as well as a ester. Ester is also known as a biodiesel. So during the biodiesel, after transesterification, the property of the oil is completely changed. It is compared with the raw oil, improving the density, improving the viscosity, reducing the flash point, and also improving the calorific value. As you know, the 100% biodiesel is not possible for operating a diesel engine, because the diesel engines are designed based upon the conventional diesel fuel at a density of 0.83 to 0.9 and viscosity of 3.1 to 4 and a calorific value of 43 to 45,000. So the biodiesel can be blended with the diesel in a different mode or different percentages, B20 and B40 percentage. We are going to operating a diesel engine. Next slide. So these are all the advantages. When you are using the biodiesel as a fuel for diesel engine, the first advantage is enhancing the lubrication property of an oil. Then chemically bonding the oxygen in the fuel, it can reducing the environmental pollution. Due to the higher flash point, it can be easily handled and as well as stored for prevention of the explosion. The biofuel taken from the seed, it is automatically biodegradable. Then it is a non-toxic. It is crude oil cannot possible for use as a fuel. Then eco-friendly, carbon neutral, low sulfur content. There is some advantages. Alternately, having some disadvantages. Some disadvantages means one as expensive because we are collecting the feedstock from based upon the farmer, based upon the forestry people living around the forest areas. Again, the process is known as a fuel economy. When we are using the diesel as a fuel, our car come around the 20 to 24 kilometer per liter diesel, but we are using for biodiesel, you can reducing for 1 or 2 kilometer. Because of the reason of low calorific value, so we are not at all using the 100% of fuel for biodiesel, but it can be used as a blended fuel for diesel engines. Second, third disadvantage is known as a copper strip corrosion and unfavorable for cold flow because it can be produced from the biofuel produced from the oil seeds. It can be possible for start for cloud at a temperature of 10 degree or 70 centigrade. These are all the disadvantages we are facing using the biodiesel as a fuel for diesel engines. Then the worldwide, hello, is this audible?
Sir, audible, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay. Next. These are all the automobile companies are accepting for biodiesel as an alternative fuel for diesel engine. One is known as Audi and Skoda, Renault, Nissan, and Volkswagen, Shell, oil making companies, Nissan Automotive Technology. They are taken as a accepted for biodiesel as alternative fuel for diesel engine. Next slide. Then applications. The application part is go for the biodiesel as a future fuel for automobile. And apart from the Tamil Nadu stands the first places for effective utilization of the renewable energy. Using the biodiesel, village sites are operating the generator for the biodiesel as fuels. The trial run basis, Tamil Nadu government and Karnataka government are possible for producing the permitting to blend it with the biodiesel as a fuel for diesel engine for reducing the emissions. Apart from the biofuels are safe, renewable, biodegradable, and clean burning. Next slide. So luxury cars. Luxury cars we are operating with the biodiesel as a diesel engine. The 10 years back, the IIT Delhi is conducted an experiment on the Tata car. This Tata car, they are operating with the 1 lakh kilometers. During the 1 lakh kilometer, they are completely operating with the help of a 20% blend biodiesel as a fuel. They are finding out what are the problems. After operating the 1 lakh kilometer, they have done the tear down analysis. What is the capacity of the engine? How the carbon deposited on the piston? How the carbon formation on the piston head and the capacity of the oil? These things are also analyzed. The Indian Railway is also conducted the test on the biodiesel in the year 2016, operated as Sagapta Expresses. Next slide. So how we are protect our basic elements? We are biodiesel as a low emission fuel because of it contains as the high cetane number, inbuilt oxygen content, improve the ignition quality, burn fully, less sulfur content, no aromatic, and complete the CO2 cycle, the carbon cycles. Apart from this one, the byproduct from the glycerol during the transesterification process, it is used for soap making, lighting the lamp, fuel for stove, high value cake as a feed element, and a medical extract. They are used for byproduct as a glycerols. Next slide. So our aim, our environment, our nature is very, very important. To protect our nature, save our mother earth for effective utilization of the renewable and alternative fuel for an petrol engine or diesel engine is a very good economy for our country and also protect our environment. Next slide. So, what are the conclusions from my presentation? The biodiesels will be available at a possible alternative fuel for diesel engine. We are proved experimentally. Using the biodiesel as an alternative fuel, they are possible for operating or production of the biofuels or from the land. The waste lands are used for cultivation of the Kumbhami oil seeds. When we are burning the fuel, the environment get be benefited. It is a good potential for biodiesel in India. There is an opportunity for rural background, especially for village people. But only thing is policies. Whether the implementation of the biodiesel as a fuel for an engine. Anyhow, there is a process is going on already. Ethanol is also blended with the petrol. E10, E20 petrol is implemented, and biodiesel is also permitted for the government. For depending upon the policies, they are implementing the technology for useful for society. So, thank you for opportunity for Institution of Engineer Salem Local Chapter for sharing my views in the meetings. Sir, any questions, please ask me, I will explain. Hello? Sir,
Participants, now you
Audible,
can
sir. Audible, sir.
post your questions.
Sir, because
No problem.
sir, voice audible, sir?
Yes, sir, audible, sir.
Yes,
Audible,
sir.
sir.
Also. Sorry for this, because of network problem, we cannot.
No problem, sir.
It's okay, sir. Sometimes happen. Okay. If no questions, we can proceed with vote of thanks, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Most respected our chief guest and the keynote speaker, Dr. A. Murugesan, sir. Respected our chairman, sir. Respected committee members from state center and local center, respected fellow engineers and students from various institution and organization. Good evening to all. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks on this great occasion. Engineers Talk, a weekly online lecture series. This is the 29th Engineers Talk series in the topic renewable low emission fuel for diesel engine. On behalf of IEI Salem Local Center, I am immensely very grateful to propose vote of thanks to our chief guest and the keynote speaker, Dr. A. Murugesan sir, FIE Professor and Head Mechanical Engineering, KSR College of Technology, Tiruchenkodu. And the topic is very useful topic, sir. Actually, due to the network problem only, sir is not able to elaborate. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. It is excellent statistics report you have brought for us. Many thanks for your effort and gracing the occasion with your warm presence. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. My sincere thanks to our beloved chairman, sir, Dr. K. Tangaraj, for untiring efforts, always supportive and sincere effort in all IEA activities. I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. A. Kumaravel sir for grace this occasion and great support rendered always. And then I extend my sincere thanks to our team members, Engineers Talk team members, Dr. R. Satish Kumar sir, Engineer N. Arumugam sir, Engineer K. S. Selvam sir, for rendering the needed support always. I record my sincere thanks to Mr. Tiagu for his support and organized the webinar series successfully. I also wish to express my gratitude to all the eminent engineers, fellow members, professors, and students for their kind cooperation to make this event fruitful.